Good day and welcome to Islandstats Sports. I'm Earl Basden. It was a tough day in Jakarta, Indonesia for Bermuda's fighters as the 13th World Wushu Championships continued. Santwali Woolridge went down to multiple world champion and World Center Cup medalist Sedad Abashir from Iran 2-0. Woolridge was able to land a number of strong punches on his opponent, however, was taken down numerous times and was forced off the platform twice in the first and second rounds to bring an end to the match. Real Bowen faced Sanda Molan from Hungary. He went down 2-0 in a tightly contested matchup. Bowen was able to execute a number of one-point punches and takedowns. However, his opponent landed numerous two-point kicks to the body in the first round. In the second round, Bowen did a great job in closing the distance and shutting down his opponent's kicks, but came up short in the second round with Hungary winning the match. Garen Wilkinson, the president of the Bermuda Sanchal Association, had these comments on both fighters.
Santwali fought Sajid from Iran, multiple world champion. And, we did what we could. I mean, we knew going into the match that it was going to be extremely difficult. But, of course, we remained positive, and we did all we can to prepare for him. As you can see, anyone that watches streaming could see that he's extremely strong, very effortless, really. His technical game is top notch. After the initial loss, of course, Santwali was disappointed, but once reality, kind of seeps back in, he realized that he did an excellent job and did all he could to try to win the fight. We guys have come to the realization that we're definitely, on top in our region. But in order for us to make the transition and to be, more competitive on the world stage, we're going to have to, compete against the fighters in, Europe, Asia, North Africa. That's just the reality of it. Real did an extremely good job against Hungary. Technically, there was a few things we could have done better. Kicks are worth 2 points, and Hungary was racking up points pretty quickly. And although Real was getting takedowns, Real was also falling down. So instead of getting 2 points, he was getting 1 point. So the spread ended up getting pretty big in the first round, although Real, was able to inflict some damage using his boxing. When he came back to the corner, we told him that he really needs to neutralize the kick and close the gap. And as you can see, he did that well. He was able to force his opponent off the lei tai. Once the match was really close. I mean, on the screens, the spread was no bigger than 2 to 3 points at any one point in time. Once we got down to like the last 15 seconds, we told him that he had to push his opponent off based on the spread. And I was just slightly disappointed that he didn't go for it. I gave him the analogy of, you're down in a football game by a goal, you have 10 seconds left. You have no choice but to shoot. So, but he did extremely well. And it's just a shame that the actual results don't show how well our team actually did. Our team was small in numbers, but was really a quality team. And the name of the game at the World Championships, the way you win is one is the luck of the draw and competing well. And I would say, the draw certainly did not go in our favor, but our fighters competed well, and I'm proud of them. That brings the curtain down on Another successful year for BSA, a long year. We're looking forward to coming back and relaxing and getting ready for the holidays and kicking off in the new year. 2016 is going to be another busy year for us, and we're going to get ready for it. And thank you, everybody, for this.
It was a Bermuda Football Association doubleheader at the Devonshire Recreation Club last night. With player coach Kwame Steed in the Devonshire Cougars starting lineup, things looked good as they were deadlocked with the Somerset Trojans at 0-0 after 45 minutes. The Devonshire Cougars would take the lead in the 50th minute when Levin's Totus shot was not held by Somerset Trojans goalkeeper Shaquille Bean, and Jackie Smith was on hand to put the ball home, but 6 minutes later it was 1-1. A long ball forward was misjudged by Devonshire Cougars goalkeeper Ricardo Bringman, and Jonathan Bean was on hand to head the ball into an empty net. The visiting Somerset Trojans would go ahead in the 56th minute when Trevin Ming scored from close range after a corner, and then in the 62nd minute, Sean Bringman would give the Somerset Trojans a 3-1 lead when he scored, and with no further goals scored, the Somerset Trojans traveled to the Den to collect all 3 points with a 3-1 victory. In the First Division match that started the evening off after a scoreless first half, Wolves were able to pick up all 3 points when they got an 80th minute strike from Lamau Painter as they defeated Ireland Rangers 1-0. Meanwhile, following their 5-1 loss to Jamaica in their second match of the Caribbean Football Union's Under-17 Championships in Puerto Rico, national coach Nikita Robinson, who is acting in the capacity of assistant coach to the current Under-17 women's national coach Erin Dankins, commented on the performance. Quote, "We fell tremendously short in the finishing department. We had the chances, but just couldn't put the ball away, something we have to work on more. Defensively, we stood our ground, but unfortunately 3 defensive errors was the cause of 3 out of the 5 goals. This is a great testament to how close the gap is and how hard the girls have worked on improving technically." End quote. Bermuda take on host Puerto Rico later today. The Sal 1 Island Basketball League continued last evening inside the Cedar Bridge Academy Gymnasium. It saw another doubleheader produce a total of 180 points. In the opener, it saw the Court Keens get revenge over the Crossfire Ballers by defeating them 58-42. Jericho Tucker scored a game-high 27 points for the Court Keens, while Damon Henry scored 21 points for the Crossfire Ballers. In the second game of the night, the Twisters remained undefeated, moving to 8-0 on the season after getting past the Rim Rockers 48-32. Kevin Stevens scored 16 points for the Twisters, while the Rim Rockers got a game-high 22 points from Ronnie Bushner. Meanwhile, Judea Wade Frey's Brixton Topcats fell to 0-3 on the Women's British Basketball Association's league season following their 58-52 loss to Leicester Riders. Wade Frey led all scorers in the game with 15 points in 36 minutes of action. Wade Frey went 3 for 5 from the field and 1 for 3 from behind the three-point line. She went 6 for 6 from the free throw line. Wade Frey grabbed 2 rebounds to go along with 2 assists, and she finished with 2 steals. Nadayav Williams and his fast-paced Haifa Underdogs offense sliced through a Petah Tiva Troopers defense like a hot knife through butter in a game that was lopsided from the get-go. They earned a 54-8 win in their preseason Israel Football League match. Williams had a total of 54 yards and recorded 2 touchdowns on just 5 carries. In Friesenburg Continental Bowling League action at the Warwick Lanes last evening, it saw the Quicky Licky Laundry defeat the Pin Splitters 20-10, while the Nifty Rollers defeated the Invaders 23-7. Bermuda Pest Control defeated the Oddballs 20-10, while the Cubs defeated the Spice Nicks 25-5. The Pin Jammers defeated the New Hope 26.5 to 3.5. Thank you for joining. I'm Earl Baisden with Islandstats Sports. Do enjoy the rest of your day.